my. How's it going, all you guys and girls in the Illumination? Time to jump aboard the Loom Train. It's me, it's JJD. JJ Double J, the Illuminator here. Also known by almost countless other aliases and nicknames, but we won't get into that right now. Another story about this nursing home that I worked in, in the kitchen. Did a couple of videos recently about this nursing home I worked in the kitchen as a cook's helper / dishwasher. This was back in the mid-90s. I was about 23 years old at the time, 24 years old, just turned around there. I worked there for about a year and a half. But there were these two older women who were in their, well, almost. One was 62, the other was about 58. They were sisters. Okay, oh my goodness. You want to talk about people that would go out of their way to make life miserable for the other workers. The younger one, if she was there without her sister, because they had different days off, if she was there alone, she was halfway decent. But as soon as her older sister was there, they became these like witches from hell, let me tell you. Oh, unbelievable how much. Let me give you a little example. Part of our job was you would have to work on a line, what we called the line, where it came to getting the food put onto trays for the people that live there. So somebody had to like read the card that would have, certain people couldn't have like salt and they couldn't have different things they were allergic to. Some people wanted coffee, some people wanted tea. So the first person on the line would take the cart there and take the tray, put down and put the coffee or the tea on there. Next person would put the silverware, and the next person like the silverware and like the plate. If it was, some people need, and it was weird because it sounds like and it was hard to get to learn, but once you were able to do it, no matter what person you were on this line, you can handle it. Once you understood how they were doing it. Some people needed to have puree food, so they would need a special kind of plate. You had to read different things. If they had whole milk or skim milk, stuff like that. But there were 5 or 6 people on this line. The last person would put, if it needed like salt, pepper, ketchup, any of that type of thing. You put the top on the tray and you put it on this like wagon. It had like all different slots with all the names of the people. Needless to say, there was something called, like what we have where I work now, we have seniority. Because it's a union job, we have seniority. If you have been there longer than other people, your starting date was before, you have seniority over someone that started after you. Long story short, I keep saying this, but these sisters had higher seniority than a lot of people. Especially people like me that was there, at this point, less than a year and a half. They would sign up for what they wanted to do on the line first. But they didn't sign up for what they wanted to do. They signed up for what you wanted to do, so you would have to do something else. And this is what I mean about being a total witch. If they knew you wanted to start, put the I keep forgetting, the tray down and either grab the coffee or the tea, if they thought you wanted to do that, then they would do it, or one of them would do it rather, just so you couldn't. If they knew you'd like to do the desserts and put on whether they wanted Jell-O or they wanted, canned peaches, if they thought you wanted to do it, one of them would do that. It's terrible that people work this way. They don't work for what they want to do. Seniority should be, you have seniority, you should do what you want to do. But to go out of your way to make somebody else miserable, to be so miserable yourself, to say, I know this person likes to be the one that puts the top on and puts it on the wagon and brings it down to the different wards. If they knew you wanted to do it, that's what they would do, even if it was the hardest job there. Unbelievable, these two women. And like I said, if the younger one was there, her name was Carol, the younger one. If the younger one was there, she was halfway decent. You could get along with her, you could talk with her and everything. But as soon as her older sister, I can't remember her older sister's name, but it was something like Geraldine or something like that. It wasn't Geraldine, but it was something like that. If they were both there, then you couldn't talk to either one of them. All they'd be saying all the time is, it would be break time. right before we needed to do this. So then it was like, if they were there, they'd be like, "Oh, come on, we gotta get started." Oh, I hated it. Oh, that was one of the best things about getting out of that kitchen. I really loved the work, I really did. But one of the best things about getting out of that kitchen was never having to see these two biddies again. It really, I'm telling you, I am telling you. When every time I think about them, I think, and it's sad. The one, this is, gosh, I told you we're going back 25 years now. And the one that's 62 is still alive. Because every now and then I look in the obituaries, just because not that I want to go to any wakes or funerals, but I might want to go and piss on someone's grave. But maybe not that extreme. But every now and then I look and she's still alive. It's true what they say: only the good die young. You know anybody like this? Goes out of their way to make people miserable? Put your comments below. I'm off to the races. I love you all. This is the Illuminator, and I'll be back.
Game over.
Hey, Wilford, how come you don't want a second helping of porridge? Diabetes.